um, y'all are probably wondering where you are stuck with me instead. My name is Caroline at Freestyle Comics. I go to the Art Academy in Cincinnati over the stream tonight. Today we're going to be welcoming Lee. Will be talking to us about his character Acolyte from, and I'll be drawing it. Cool.
Wait a second. A new opponent has interrupted the tournament.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be on Chat and Draw. I'm excited to finally meet you. I know that you're going through a grueling situation right now, but it's dope.
You know, we're here. We did it, and that's all that matters. So,
right.
Glad I can hear you. You can hear me, and yeah. So your name is Lonzo. All right.
Yep.
About Konkret Comics.
So yeah, Konkret Comics is we're an independent publishing company. We specialize in superhero genre, action adventure, a little bit of horror. We have about it's hard. I want to off the top of my head. I'm thinking it's about 13, but about 14 different titles right now. Ones including mine. We have Acolyte. We have 4 issues of Acolyte. We have Odina, Absolver, Tenok, the God of Fire, Andy Starboy, Watchmen, Deja Vu, Luna, Kendaki, Sister Circle, Organic Christie. There's a couple other ones out there as well. So yeah.
Wow, you got a lot out there. That's like really cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's been a long journey. Just trying to put our feet in the sand and let our mark be known.
Exactly. Yeah. How long has you guys been set up?
We launched in 2019, so we're coming close to our 5-year anniversary. It's been about 4 years now. 4 years, a lot of growing pains, a lot of learning lessons learned.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, a little bit on your social medias. You got from like grown a lot. That's like really impressive.
Oh yeah. No, it's really just the consistency, man. I'm sure that you're learning about the power of consistency right now. When you remain consistent, before you know it, you have so much work piled up because you never stopped.
Yeah.
And that's the power of just keeping your head down, keeping your blinders up, and just really having that tunnel vision.
Yeah, with me being in my senior year right now, I completely get that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Dion, is this Konkret Comics like full time for you?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely full time. When you're a business owner, you work 24/7. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, they quit their jobs to start their own business so they could work less, but you actually work more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the funny thing is you actually work a lot more when you're independent, but it's something that you love, so it doesn't really feel like work. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So who is Who is that?
Who?
Who is like the character that I'm
I'm
drawing?
sorry, because like for some reason it kept like blanking out as soon as you would say the name, so I couldn't hear which name you were saying.
You're good.
So
Yeah.
the Legend of Acolyte. His character. His name is Dimitri Price Acolyte. He's my main character. He's my first character I've ever written and produced. He's an award-winning title as well. Shout out to Acolyte for that. You know what I mean? But Acolyte is a story about a man that discovers he shares DNA with an ancient cosmic celestial, and he must learn what it means to be an infinite supreme, because that's what he is, and he has to become a guardian of the cosmos. But he battles with understanding his purpose and his true meaning, because to him he's just a regular human. But his power has been awoken. He's learning to be the acolyte. He's learning to be who he is, and he's fighting whoever's coming to take away what he loves, and that's his people.
Like, when you say people, you mean like family? Like,
Yeah, like basically, I don't want to give away too much of his origin, but he suffered a loss when he was younger, somebody that was close and dear to him, and he felt so hopeless in that instance because he felt powerless. Come to find out, he's endowed with all this power and he never knew it. So now his mindset is he never wants to let that happen to anybody else again. So he doesn't like bullies. Whether you come to Earth to bully, or you're on another planet, or you're in another galaxy, he's gonna defend the little guy always.
I feel like the strongest stories always come from characters who like, especially defenders of the underdogs. Like, I always find myself, dogs are very, very like relatable and interesting, but myself getting drawn to the ones who see if them. So I really like that. That's cool.
Oh yeah. I was inspired. A lot of his inspiration comes from my personal life and faults and things that I think about myself. I put it into the character. I also, threw in things that I love, like I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. I love Star Wars. I love the iconic heroes like Superman's, and I've never seen a Superman level character that looked like me that I wanted to be. So I created Acolyte, and that's basically what he represents. He's the Superman of this generation for people of color that look like me and young boys growing up. So that's why I made Acolyte.
Yeah, representation is obviously, and it's something that you don't really see a lot, especially in like comics. I'm seeing a lot more, probably from my intern FSK, but I'm seeing a lot more diversity in comics. So I think that's really cool that like you're taking that into consideration.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, man. It means a lot to the world in general. We've been fans of comics our whole lives, and when you feel like when you just love the genre, but you never really found someone that you say like, yo, that's me right there, and it really looks like you. It's powerful when you can give some kids that feeling of feeling like, this is me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so how did you get into comics? Were you always into comics when you were younger and delved into you making them?
So I never knew I would be making comics ever. I've always, believe it or not, I used to be a pretty good artist when I was younger. I was a good cartoonist, but I never. I'm talking when I was young, but I never really I never saw myself as an artist, so I never really practiced like that. So I kind of lost the skill a little bit, but I I'm a music producer and a music artist, but I've always loved the comic genre. I've been reading comics since I was about 7 years old. Yeah, 7, 8 years old. My
Mm-hmm.
mama used to bring them home. She used to bring home comics that she didn't even know I was reading, that I shouldn't have been reading because they were like heavily rated R. But but
Those are the best
that's kind
books.
of yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I got introduced, and my love for comics has never wavered. So in about, I think it was about 2014, I had made this song called Clark Kent, and it was like a Superman love story about how girls are always looking for the Superman, but they never notice Clark Kent. So in the story, I was Clark Kent, and the girl started realizing I was Superman as the story went on. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of me making that song, I wanted to, market the song and promote it. And there was a Comic Con going on where I lived at, and I've never been to a Comic Con, so I decided to take a bunch of my flyers. I went to this Comic Con, and we went. I went to promote to the people that
Mm-hmm.
love comics and love those type of stories. And in the midst of me going to the Comic Con, it kind of reawoken my true love for the comic industry, and that's kind of where it all just went crazy. I said I wanted to make my own, but you know what? That actually wasn't. That was like the tip of the iceberg. And then I saw an independent comic book called Dark Eagle. This was like 2017. I saw that book called Dark Eagle, and that was the first time I discovered there was independent creators like me, like Mike, that were making comic books. And that's when like the fire hit me from a child that I could make a comic book. And that's when I just started, I'm gonna make Acolyte. So the thought for Acolyte started around 2017, and it came into fruition 2019. And that's when it all took off, and I haven't looked back since.
No, I mean, why should you? I mean, you're making super cool work. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
no problem. Yeah. Here, progress that I've been making on the sketch. Hold on, just a minute. Hold on.
How long have you been into art?
I've been into art like my whole life. But well, not my whole life. I would say. I'd say it started in like
Oh, that's
middle
dope.
school when. Thank you. Reference.
That's Oh, yes, yes. Shout out to the Supreme.
Looking cool. But
Mhm.
I'd say I'd been into. I was in like middle school when I first got into like anime and stuff because it always starts with anime.
Oh
That's
yeah.
when yeah.
It's funny
I
because
wasn't into like
for me it started with the Ninja Turtles. It was the Ninja Turtles and people
it's
like that was kind of our gateway.
yeah. It I was never into ninja like that. Um, the thing is, I haven't really gotten like this year or like previous years.
Hmm.
So it's really interesting to learn about the industry and to like love and passion people get into it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely it's did you know you wanted this to be your profession?
Like last year when I took like this comic book class and I started to make stories like, oh shit, this is actually fun. Um,
Yeah.
um, I don't know, but I'm glad that um, would you say that, that like helped you, realize your passion for it?
I think I've always had a passion for storytelling. I've,
Mhm.
I made comics when I was younger. I would write little one pagers and draw them and stuff like that. I used to draw Wolverine a lot. So I used to make a
Mm.
lot of little Wolverine pinups of him doing random things. So it was always there. But it wasn't until I was older I realized what it took to actually make one. When I started learning, I used to think the person that draws the comic was the only person. I thought he wrote it and drew it, colored it. I thought it and lettered it. I thought that was just one guy. So when I
Yeah,
started in the industry, I realized it's like seven people, man, that do it, and
I know.
that's really opened my eyes.
Yeah. So, like, how team at Concrete Comics is? Do you have like a small bigger than that?
So we all work with individual artists. We use some of the same artists, some of the same colorists, but for the most part, every title kind of has its own art team. For me, I work with a guy named Bruno Lima. He's the main designer and artist for Acolyte, and Matthias Javi. He's my main colorist. I've been working with them for years. They know my world. They know Acolyte, and the joy of it is they actually love Acolyte too. Like they believe in the character. So for them, it's not really it's a job, but it's not really a job because they're just as excited in the world as I am. Sometimes Bruno will text me and say, "Hey, what do you think about this villain? I think it'd be dope if he showed up in Acolyte 8 or something." You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it's dope when your artists are equally as excited for your book as you are
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm
No.
I'm
Totally.
sure I'm sure that it can feel like a straight job.
Yeah, it is. Like, it is a job. Like, you're doing writing, you're doing sketch work, you're doing, like, I don't know, like,
Right.
pre yeah, the whole thing. Um
Yeah.
yeah. So I've also was that person who was like, yeah, just one person makes it. And then when you actually like
Yeah.
start yeah, when you actually start to do it, realize like, oh shit, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm on like
Yeah.
page one.
Yep.
Um,
It's mad people. There's mad people behind it. And especially with technology makes it easier where it can be two people that are the artists. It can be one person that's the pencil and inker and one person that's the flatter and the colorist because of
yeah.
technology. But throw back in the day, it was probably a lot different. A lot
Oh
different.
yeah. Oh, that leads to like, do you think like technology is helping like the comic community? It's like changing it because
Yeah, yeah, I think it definitely helps. It makes it faster. The process, especially for us indie creators, it was a lot harder for us back in the day because we probably couldn't afford, artists and colorists and stuff like that, and because the amount of money it would take for them to make it back then was probably way more than right now. Right now, one person can do three jobs. You know,
hmm
back then they really couldn't. Even scanning, having to scan papers and stuff. There's still some artists that do it like that. They'll draw the pages and then they have to scan them to me digitally so that somebody can color it. But most artists, same way that you're doing, they draw straight off the computer. Which I do like this. I also do miss like I wish some of my artists did have the actual pages like pencil paper because I would love to have
hmm
those like collectibles.
yeah. Like, there's something so nice about like that physicality. Like, I think I saw on TikTok about how there were still people who could watercolor their panels and
Hmm.
how doing it digitally now there might become like a more niche market for people stuff more traditional. So yeah, and now that everything is maybe more like traditional comics might come back into this because it's something that not everyone is doing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I'm sure it can be done. I'm pretty sure it
Mm-hmm.
can be done. It's so many it's so many it's so much new technology coming out that I wouldn't be surprised if well we just saw what happened with artificial art, you know, with the AI art. People were trying to make comic books with that. I think that's dangerous. That's going to take away a
Yeah.
lot of jobs. But I understand why people are trying to find that out, figure it out. Like they're trying to get AI to do everything. But I would never want to do an AI comic book.
It just
I would love to. I think the combination of an artist like yourself, who then draw the pages and then you put it into the AI to animate your artwork. I think that's dope.
yeah. AI can be used to enhance something but like create it. Is that what you're
Hmm.
trying to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
completely
feel
agree.
like it's better to enhance than to use it to like just make everything. I feel like that's trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's so cheap and easy. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. All
Yeah, it
right.
is.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
All right. But it's on your Instagram. Maybe this is old news, but I saw like a video. Is there anything new coming up that?
Oh yeah. So we currently have we have a Kickstarter running right now for Deja Vu. Deja Vu #1. He's one of our newest titles from our creators, Jari Cecil. He's a brilliant guy, brilliant writer. He's really doing his thing right now. I'm super happy for him. We already reached our goal. We hit 100 backers today, and we're trying to knock down the $6,000 realm.
Hell yeah! How's that doing?
Oh yeah, it's going good. You know, it's Kickstarters can be stressful. They're always stressful, but uh, preparation helps with the stress. You know, it
Absolutely.
definitely helps with the stress because
Yeah.
it can get real. And then you know
Mm-hmm.
this is this month is Women's History Month, so we got a
It is.
lot planned for Concrete for this month. We have some deals going on with the ladies of Concrete, Odina, Luna, Kandaki, Sister Circle. We got a bundle deal that's out for them right now, and Luna is officially available on the website for pre-order. So yeah,
Good.
we moving.
I might actually get saw the cover for Luna and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I'm a sucker for girly, um, like I don't it kind of looking like Sailor.
Oh
No,
yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, no, he's that's a very dope fantasy superhero style comic. I'm excited to
yeah,
see more what people think about it. I, I'm loving the feedback we're getting so far, and you know, here at Concrete, I really like to publish the titles that give us that give our fans a wide variety of content to choose from. You know, not everything is high action or high pace. Some things are just a great story building, like storytelling comic book that it's going to keep you on the edge of your seat every page that you turn to. like people feel that way about Absolver. Absolver is a really well written book. It has a nice pace to it. You're just chucking along, waiting to see like what's gonna happen. And I love that about Absolver. I love that about Decimation Earth. All those titles, man. They all hit me in the feels.
Do you feel what's a is there a comic that you I think we're gonna go into commercial break real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Uh-oh. Look at Ace Blade. Vigilance. This is so funny. It's so dope. I can't wait to see Acolyte on there. I know that he's supposed to be pulling up, so I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
That's funny as hell.
Let's
Tuesday night clapback. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, man.
Mm-hmm. I think what were we talking about?
I'm surprised at how fast that you now. When it comes to your drawing, what process do you take? Like, do you draw them as the circles first, and then you like fill it in like that, or do you go straight line work?
What is it? This I do the circles first, so
Mm-hmm.
and then I just go straight from the body,
Okay.
and then I details from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah. I have like a big old like fancy process for it because
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
I totally get you on that.
like I don't know. Sometimes I work fast. Sometimes I guess it depends on like how long I can hold the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
See, and that's dope. And see,
It's
like
holding.
even the way that you edited that, like that's how technology is dope. For
Mm-hmm.
you to be able to do stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. Like I like fully knowledgeable about all the fancy programs of like Adobe quite yet. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
why I love. Yeah, I think that's why I love Procreate so much. Is like it's a really easy. Adobe is like really intimidating to like digital drawing,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. Feels like a starter guide.
Yeah. Are you able to draw in the traditional style?
Yeah, a while though. I've gotten I've kind of what is it, abandoned or neglected my traditional drawing skills
Yeah.
back into that. All right. All
No, I dig it.
right, cool. All right. To line work. There we
No,
go.
that's dope. Now,
Okay.
how long have you been using this program?
I'd say sophomore year, so 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I've gotten some practice on it. I'm definitely not an expert, but I think I know what I'm doing. Maybe some people in the comments will be like,
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? That's the thing about like art in general. Like no really wrong way to do something. You know, like people try.
No wrong with it. Yeah. Things are all in the eye of the beholder. Like what may look dope to you, or what you may think is trash, somebody may think is the best thing they've ever seen in their life.
Yep. One man's trash is another man's whole thing.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's all in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Exactly.
It's all in the eyes. Yeah, that's dope.
It's all in the eye, yeah. So, what is it? You don't draw
Oh nah,
Acolyte?
nope. I do not draw.
It's okay.
I did not draw Acolyte. I did design him.
You did design him.
I did design Acolyte. I did do that. You know, his overall appearance is me. You know, I mean, I don't have that body for sure though, but his overall look is based on me, and you know, he's from where I'm from. He's from Sapphire City, which is it's basically the town I grew up in. I just, you know, renamed it and gave it a cool little origin. But it's really it's outside of Philadelphia.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you said?
Huh?
You said he's from Sapphire City?
Yeah, Sapphire City.
Okay. And that's it. Philly, but not completely Philly.
Yeah, so like where I grew up in a town right outside of Philly called Lansdowne. And hold on one second.
Okay.
And yeah, you know, I just wanted to make something dope, something that was original, something that was original, but that people that know me, like my friends and family, they could they'll look at my book and they'll recognize landmarks, and they'll see things that they were familiar with, and things that they know that I am, you know. And I think that's what's cool about creating, you know, your own character. You get to create your own narrative, what they do, what they talk about, how they think. Creating your own universe is fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Yeah. I know that actually for me, what I like to create worlds and comics to just kind of like, like it's a really nice escape and nice way to like, and like hash out some things that may have happened in your life that but in a like a healthy way. Yeah. Like you were saying, it's a good way to get things out, to make things like make things not only for yourself but for the people around you that you love.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, for sure. And I think that's what we do it for, to just to bring new narratives, you know, because there's a lot of narratives, and a lot of them are not for us.
No. Yeah. So you talked about like Ninja Turtles being an inspiration. Are there any I think you're talking about an indie comic that inspired you, like Black indie or African American comics or
Mhm.
anything like that inspire you and that inspired Acolyte?
Not necessarily inspired Acolyte, but inspired me to want to try to make that. You know what I'm saying? Try to make my own comic, my own narrative, because there's a lot of comics out there. And then when I got into the game, I started meeting people like Mike from Freestyle Comics. I started meeting a lot of different individuals that really opened my eyes to this world, man. Because I really didn't know that this existed. I had no clue at all that there was that indie comics were a thing. I thought it was. I literally only thought it was Marvel and DC and Image Comics. I didn't know about anything else. So just seeing people doing something I love, and they're just regular people from my neighborhood, from the city, that really like blew my mind. It made me just like stop everything. Like, hold on, I could be doing this too. You know,
Yeah.
because I had no clue. I had no clue.
Yeah. Hmm.
And
Okay.
and now here we are. And like it's
Yeah.
dope because you can literally like you don't have to wait on Marvel or DC or anybody to discover you. You discover yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What are some of the struggles that you face with and having to like be an independent comic maker?
Definitely finances for one. You know,
Mhm.
finances is the major one.
Yeah.
Um, I say just you know dealing with the naysayers, the people that don't believe. Oh snap! You know what I mean? The,
Yeah.
the people that don't believe, the people that feel that you're doing an injustice to the culture by not following the certain blueprints that other people did. Because I don't believe there's a right way to get into the business. I believe you just got to get into the business and then you create your own way. Create your
Mhm.
own avenue, and that's really what it's about. So just believing in yourself, staying motivated, staying focused. Those
Mm.
are some of the biggest challenges.
Do you
You know
get
what I mean?
do you get people who say that?
What? Not now, but in the beginning, yeah. In the
Really?
beginning, we definitely had. In the beginning, you definitely had people that say things that can really deter you. You know, even at this level, like you may get a bad review or somebody that somebody that you know, they're not gentle with their words, should I say? And
Yeah.
something like that can really hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Uh,
That can really hurt somebody. And
mhm.
if you go, but
Well,
if you have a good team with you, you'll be all right.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like good support from people definitely helps with that. Like, there'll be some naysayers, and people will be like,
Hmm.
yeah, like. But I think it's important to really listen to the people that you love, really support you, because those are the people who have the best intentions for you.
Yeah, having that own team of yours, it can
Mm-hmm.
definitely make a difference. There's a lot of people that are gonna tell you, hey, I would have done it like this or I would have done it like that, but none of them are you at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. It happens to all of us. We've
Exactly.
all had to deal with those guys. All of us.
Exactly. Yeah.
We
I don't
we
know.
all We've all had to deal with the haters. You know what I'm saying? But haters is it's a good thing because it motivates you.
Exactly. Like, if anything, just do it out of spite. Just to just to show that you can.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's really all you can do. Because at the end of the day, you really the people that believe in you are gonna believe in you. And if you believe in yourself, you can literally do anything. There's somebody who's gonna like your work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna love it. Not everybody's gonna love it, and that's fine. That's a reality. Not everybody is gonna like everything that you do. But as long as you love it and it makes you happy, you know,
yeah,
you should be fine.
Exactly.
You should be fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I've never, I think coming from the music industry, that helped me a lot because it gave me very, very, very thick skin, you know, very thick skin when it came to dealing with people's opinions and people, telling you what you're doing wrong and deeming you trash. So yeah, but you'd be surprised. I'm sure Mike can tell you some stories of people, of discouraging moments that he's been through. We all been through it. So I'm telling you, as an intern, don't embrace those moments because it's just going to build you. It's going to build your character.
Oh, yeah.
But it happens to everybody. People are ridiculing, the people that are the artists of Spider-Man books or whatever books. Everybody is subject to ridicule and to people's opinions. So you can never take them to heart, man.
Like, so how would you, maybe you've already answered this, how would you deal with the hate? Respond to them, or
Depends on how you want to respond. And if you find fun in it, you may respond with something that's just gonna piss them off more. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it's something, I would only respond if it's something like damaging, like they're trying to damage your character or something like that, But if they're just ridiculing your artwork, usually your fans are gonna put them in check and be like, "No, that's not true. He's such and such and such." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you usually your fans will work for you.
Yeah. Have you been seeing that whole Sills versus Haley Bieber stuff?
Nah, I haven't. I have not. Please tell me about this.
Oh boy, I'll keep it real brief, because I don't want to take up too much time. Like, Haley Bieber, wife of Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber dated. They're having a big old beef because Haley Bieber allegedly made fun of Selena Gomez gaining weight, and a whole lot of drama around that.
He made fun of Selena Gomez for gaining weight?
Yeah. Like,
why would he do that?
Why would she do that? I don't know.
No, I mean, like, why would he do that?
Making fun of Selena's weight, Haley Bieber.
Oh wait, so Haley was making fun of it.
Yeah.
What in the world?
So, I don't know. The conversation just reminded me of it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, why does that person's weight bother you?
Well, that's
the
thing.
Why are you worried about it?
It's because yeah, all hate just spews from jealousy. Honestly, it has nothing really to do with that like person being hated on, it all comes from that. Well, not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. I'm actually really liking this.
That's
And
super
then
dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You did a great job by being able to talk and draw at the same time and concentrate. Like I don't know how you're able to do that.
It beats me too, honestly. Well,
No, you did a fantastic job. I'm very excited about this. This was a great interview. I see a very bright future for you.
thank you. I appreciate it. And I had a great time talking with you.
Oh yes, yes. I can't wait to see what your future has in store for you.
Thank you.
I cannot wait.
All right. Well, I think we.
No, I think that I should ask Mr. Watson. I think that I should ask Mr. Watson. I think that I should ask Mr. Watson.